Domestic violence as a serious matter. Domestic violence is a serious matter. Domestic violence can be described as a pattern of abuse that one person, in an intimate relationship or family, uses to control the other. It may involve physical violence, sexual assault, emotional and psychological abuse, financial deprivation, and other forms of abuse. Harmful domestic violence is not just a personal issue, but is also a public health problem. This issue affects many people both directly and indirectly, as friends, family members, colleagues, and so on. Domestic violence is a serious issue in many countries, and this is not just in developing countries. It is an issue that needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed by the public with adequate awareness. A domestic violence doesn't have to have been going on for a long time, either. It can happen only once, and leave a mark that lasts a lifetime. Domestic violence is a serious matter, but sometimes it's hard to understand the experience of the person who's going through it. Domestic violence can happen in any type of relationship, and it can be difficult to know when you're in an abusive relationship. The abuser usually shows one side of themselves when they're trying to impress someone, and another when they're mad or hurt. It's important to watch for red flags, so that you don't get into an abusive situation yourself. Here are some signs that might show you're with an aggressive partner: verbal abuse, name calling and put downs, emotional abuse, guilt trips and isolation, sexual abuse, sexual pressure or boundary invasion, physical abuse, pushing, punching, slapping, economic abuse. The term domestic violence can have different meanings, depending on the time period and geographic location. In the US, domestic violence may refer to any type of physical or sexual abuse committed by a spouse, former partner, or dating partner. In some parts of the world, domestic violence refers primarily to women being beaten by their husbands. The UN defines domestic violence as any gender-based violence that takes place within an intimate or family context. Domestic violence takes many different forms and can be difficult to recognize even when it's occurring in your own home. Here are some things that you should look for: hitting, slapping, kicking or other acts that hurt your body, putting you down in front of others, breaking things around the house when they are angry at you, screaming at you when they are angry, threatening to break up with you. Domestic violence is a serious issue in today's society. It is a problem that can affect anyone at any time, and it needs to be taken seriously by law enforcement, employers, and family members alike.